Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by the returning King Lyndon Arthur here in Bolton. Hey, exciting times, mate. Back in the ring. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well. How does it feel to have that fight day and be back in the ring? We know last time out in Saudi was a huge experience for you against a pound-for-pound great at the moment. What's it like to be back?
It's good, man. It's just good to be back in the ring fighting again. You know, it's been 6 months. It's not that long out. Couple of holidays. I'm going back now. I've been training and I'm ready for Friday.
Is this really about the ascent of getting you back to that world title? Is this where it starts on Friday night?
Getting me back to winning ways. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Liam Cameron brings to me, brings out in me. I look forward to it.
Liam obviously had that comeback fight on a Matchroom show a number of months back after a long time out the ring. Do you think that's going to tell for him at all, the time out the ring?
Find out on Friday. I have no idea. I don't know what kind of person he is. I don't know what kind of fighter he is. But we'll soon know in a couple of days.
Reflecting on Saudi, huge experience for yourself being in a massive fight out there. Just away from the fight, how was the experience of Saudi for you?
Yeah, amazing, man, amazing. It's good to be out there. Good to get a feel. Obviously, I think one of the first shows, or if not the first show, where Eddie and Frank come together. Great to be a part of it. Great to go in there and box against someone that I've watched for so long, so many years. All in all, so happy that I took the fight.
Having tasted that once, does it give you that motivation to want to be back on those big stages?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. That's exactly it. I want to get back to where I was, get back up there. This is where I can't afford to slip.
Have you looked back at the fight with Dmitry Bivol? Have you watched it at all? No?
No? Someone told me I should, but no. I don't really watch many fights back, so no.
Do you feel like that you can learn from that sort of fight, though, even though it didn't come out in your favour? You learn from these losses.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. You know what? I know where I'm at. And I know what I'm capable of doing.
Talk to me about some of the improvements that you've been making over the last number of months since that Bivol fight with Pat in the gym and everybody who's in the gym.
Yeah, I'm just working on myself. Just a lot more confident a fighter. And yeah, you know, I'm sure it will show on Friday.
Speaking to Colour, your promoter, he's lost.
Yeah, you have to, but we don't know. So we will only know Friday night, and I think we'll know pretty quick. We don't know. So I'd expect him to soak it up like a sponge. He loves his boxing. He's a thinking guy. Pat Barrett is an institution in boxing almost. Probably the most boxing guy I could think of. In fact, if you saw boxing in the dictionary, it's Pat Barrett boxing. So you'd expect him to soak up that experience with Bivol like a sponge. And you know, he despite the loss, he really enjoyed himself out in Saudi with all the different names on that card and stuff. So he will have taken a confidence boost in that. Now the danger is that the confidence boost isn't associated with learning, right? I don't think so, but that's the danger. But we'll find out very quickly on Friday night, and I'm expecting to see I forget, he went into that fight as an IBO world champion, so he was already very high up the world rankings. But it's now time to make that statement, I'm back, because there are very big fights that are in the pipeline.
Talking about those fights, Dan Azeez, a possible opportunity. We saw he had an under par performance on Saturday.
We've had some very positive discussions around that fight. It's a fight I think we can make. It's a fight that I almost expect to get made if he gets through this. There's other options, but that's the fight that Lyndon quite fancies. I know Pat fancies it. And we fancy it because I'm not going on what Dan Azeez did on Saturday night. I mean, Dan Azeez clearly isn't one of these guys who he gets up for big occasions. So I'm not reading into that's now an easier fight or something. Dan Azeez is a tough fight. Not taking anything away from Dan Azeez because of Saturday.
He believes there's big things to come for you in the next year, 18 months. We saw he mentioned the Dan Azeez fight as a possibility. Do you see that as something that we could see in the next year or so?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I've said that. My name's been linked to him for a minute now, so I think our styles gel well. Be a good fight once it happens, if it happens. So,
what did you make of Dan's performance on Saturday?
Again, I said it before. I only caught the last round. I didn't know how early he was fighting. I would love to watch the full fight, but you know, I don't. He got a draw. I don't think it was his best performance. Obviously not. You can't always have your top tier performances. That's probably one of his. Lucky he got the draw, and happy for him he didn't take a loss. He'll get back on it. He'll get back to the drawing board, and he'll get back to winning ways soon. Not against me, but he'll get back to winning ways.
Another man that's looking for an opponent who's gone a little bit quiet is the Anthony Yarde front. We don't know his promotional situation, whether he's still with Frank, whether he's got that one fight left. But would that be a fight that would interest you, a third fight?
Third fight, I mean, I feel like it always makes sense. But again, like I said a minute ago, I hope he gets out of whatever situation, dramas that's putting his career on hold. I wish nobody's career to go on hold. I imagine it'd be horrible to sit on the shelf. So hopefully he gets over whatever he's going through.
What's the relationship like between you and Anthony Yarde? I remember back in the day at those press conferences, a bit feisty.
I mean, yeah, it's just business, innit? We're opponents in the same weight category. It's always going to be like that with someone that you've had fights with before or going into fights with. No, there's no drama, no qualms between me and him. He's a fighter, I'm a fighter. That's all it is.
At the top of the division, Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Hoping that happens towards the end of the year, but obviously there's the injury to Beterbiev. We need to see how that heals. Do you think that could play a factor in the fight? Obviously it's a long-term injury to Beterbiev.
I just think, look, obviously the older Beterbiev gets, the more chance you got of beating him, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Bivol. I don't know, man. I look forward to that fight. I'm 50-50, but I do believe Beterbiev will win as long as he can keep as he's been keeping in his latest fights.
From what you saw in the ring with Bivol, and what does he need to do to give himself the best chance of beating Beterbiev?
I don't know, man. I honestly don't think he hits hard enough to keep Beterbiev off. But only time will tell.
I know Sonny Edwards is out in the ring. Your good mate in a couple of weeks' time, I think, over against Curiel. Have you had any conversations with him? I'm sure he's looking to get back to world level.
Sonny's happy as ever. Always in camp. He's out there now. Wish him well. You know, his fights. I'll probably try and get out there after my fight. And I don't know much about this Curiel, but I know how good Sonny is, so I believe he'll win.
I've spoke to Sonny a number of times before and after the loss to Bam Rodriguez. He never changes. He's always exactly the same chipper self, and he's great to have a conversation with. Is that sort of, you look at what he's been like since the loss and something that you can sort of bring into your own mindset?
Me and Sonny bounce off each other anyway, so no did it. But yeah, we are good friends and we talk and we'll always be the same. I know we'll always be the same, win, lose or draw, and I'll always be the same, win, lose or draw. So.
Good stuff. Cheers for your time, Lyndon. Appreciate it, mate.